let me tell you about some chicks that I know. I got a Latina girl that says she wanted pronto.
Hey guys, what's up? It's I'm Lite, and today I'm going to be bringing you a tutorial on just some simple text that I made. And I know I'm going over a lot of text tutorials lately, but it seems to be effective. Like I just did this one, but in the OC that I uploaded, I had this text in the beginning. It's coming up here, and I wanted to go over that, just how to make it, not how to track it and everything, but how to make this metal text and then have like a little light swipe come by. It looks really nice. And I think next edit, going over how to make that little where is it? Let's go right here. That little kind of like audio waveform around the scope. It's not too hard. It's really simple. I'll show you how to make that in the next tutorial. So on the tutorial that I'm doing today. Oops. All right. So this is what I'm going to show you how to make today. Nice, simple, lightweight. So let's start. Let's make a new comp. New composition. I make mine 2 seconds. Actually, let's change it to 3. Okay. That's 3 seconds. So first thing I want to do is make some text. So again, let's make it say I'm Lite. And I prefer to use Arial, the text. I think it looks good, personally. Scale it up a little bit. Make sure always to use title action safe. Get it just right there. Perfect. Right dead center. Alright, so we have that. And we can turn this off. So we have the text and everything. So now what I want to do is put a metal picture under it. So it does that, which is not what you want it to do. But and also I'll provide a link to this. I'll actually make a little like RAR file for you guys to download this. So first thing is we need to change this. It's on a track mat. So if you don't have it, this is what normally your After Effects looks like. Make sure to go toggle switches and modes, click it, and you'll see that there's a it says track mat. You can click, make sure on the metal.jpg stands for JPEG. Click down on none and click alpha mat I'm Lite, whatever texture says, and it'll make it so it goes behind. And now what I like to do is play with the scale a little bit, maybe scale it down, and move it around to find a nice spot where there's like actually some texture. Don't want to go too far. You want to keep it within the bounds of wherever it is. Scale it up, maybe condense it more, make it look a lot nicer. Alright, so to me that looks pretty good. So that's the main thing that I did. And then what I did to make the metal look even better is I added brightness and contrast. And that's under color correction, brightness and contrast, and color correction curves. So the first step I did was I brought up the contrast a lot to bring out the lines, and then I added a little bit of I turned the brightness actually down to like 33, -19 is what I have it right now. -19 for brightness and 33 for contrast. Then I took the curves and changed it to blue and brought it up just a little bit, just so it gives that like kind of like blue look to it. Makes it look nice. You can also do any other color you want. You could do red, which looks alright, I guess. For blue, I think it actually makes it look more kind of metalish, and just a tad, not much, because you do too much, that does not look metal. You do just the right amount, it looks perfect. So that kind of looks like metal to me. So now what we want to do is we have our text, and it's just gonna, this is just like how to make the comp. I might go over how to track it and like add it in and everything next tutorial after the one I just said I do about the rings on the scope. So we have this, and now how to make this little like light wipe that comes across, which makes it look kind of realistic. I added a new composition layer, so right click new composition layer or Control Alt Y, I think, yeah. That's how you do that to make a composition layer. So we have a composition layer. So now what I did was I went effect, and you should have, I have curves, color correction, and then go brightness and contrast. And I turned it up just so you can, right now, just so you can see, just keep contrast down a little bit. Brightness up to like 100, and then I changed the contrast to like 53. And now what we want to do is mask the adjustment layer. So just grab the rectangle tool, and I just drew a mask right here. And then what I did is I rotated it. So push R on your keyboard with the adjustment layer 2 selected, and I turned it negative, let's go negative 17, but let's also I'm actually going to scale this down a little bit just because I think it's a little too big. There we go. Alright, looks good to me. So now what we want to do is we want to animate it in. So start off within the top corner of your screen, push P on your keyboard for adjustment layer 2, click position, stopwatch, go to the end, and I just dragged it right across, right down to the corner. So that should work. I mean, it looks alright, I guess you'd say. Looks okay. It's looks like solid lines. So to fix that, what I did, actually I didn't do it in the edit, but I was just I run through the composition. I made it before. This is how I showed you guys. I didn't do it in the actual edit, but I just figured out that if you go to masks and you add a little bit of feather onto it, like probably 50, 60, it makes it look a lot nicer. It actually makes it look like a light, because the way I had it before with zero feather, it looks more like a sharp. I mean, it still looks pretty nice. Like, it depends what you're going for, but this looks kind of realistic. But if you really actually add a feather of about 60 on there, yeah, I think it makes it look a little bit better, to be honest. So that's mainly how you make it, and it's a simple tutorial, nothing really too hard. It's just gotta know about track mats and how they work. But I think it was pretty good. And what I normally did for the edit is I would freeze frame it right here, and then when I want it to come across, like when the camera kind of passed it, so that the camera looked like it was going across. You gotta freeze frame it and then play it when you want it to, so you gotta do that. So I'll go over that probably in the next couple tutorials. Maybe the next one I might save the rings for not the tutorial after this one, but the one after that. I'm not sure yet, but this should be good, and I hope you really like this, because this is a good part. You gotta know how to make text if you want to have good edits. So truth be told there. Hope you guys like this. I'll see you guys all next time.
There's no energy that sounded thin to me. Yeah, so I said I got that remedy. I got that old shit. You can depend on me. Cause I'm versatile.